Reaction is coming next. Getting there. West Ham 1, Manchester United 0. Finished at the London Stadium. West Ham are up to 37 points, which I think is enough. I think we've secured safety, and what better team to do it against than Manchester United. What a performance. Every single one of those players tonight can hold their heads up high. I thought we were absolutely brilliant. From goalkeeper to striker, all of them tonight, I thought they were absolutely brilliant. The blood pressure is not good. I'm a young lad and I felt it. Flipping hell. That at the end was nerve-wracking. The goal coming in the 27th minute, Saïd Benrahma, a P-roller, and somehow David De Gea helps it into the back of the net. And yeah, they hit the post, on occasions, but I think we deserved it. Looking at it, the chances they created, yes, they had a few good chances, but we took a chance when we had it. It's down to De Gea. Of course it is, but if you don't shoot, you don't score. And in the end, I think we deserved to get the 3 points. Man United weren't clinical enough, and I thought they were pretty poor. And you've got to say well done to every single one of them today. With an extremely weakened back line, we defended so resolutely, so well, so convincingly. And with that alone, we've got the 3 points on the board. And I do think that is enough. 37 points we're up to now. There's got to be a hell of a lot of weird results for us to be dragged back into it now. And that's absolutely massive. What a way to start this week. We now go into a European semi-final on Thursday, holding our heads up high. It's one of the best performances I've seen from West Ham this season. If I just run through individual players, if I look at it, I thought Declan Rice was absolutely colossal in that midfield. I thought Antonio was absolutely brilliant. The geezer's played 3 games in a week, I'm pretty sure. That was absolutely exceptional. And from top to bottom, I thought we were very, very good. I'm going to bring in a guest, Graham. Despite VAR and all the controversies there, somehow we've managed to pick up 3 points. I thought we were excellent tonight.
Oh yeah, it's a fantastic performance, wasn't it? I had a feeling that I hoped we could get a result tonight, because I think recently we've been pretty decent. I think the Palace game we looked knackered, but against Liverpool, I thought if we could put in a similar performance as we did against Liverpool, we had a good chance, as long as stuff didn't go against us. But it did go against us, didn't it?
Yeah,
it's mad, really. It's mad we managed to get a result there. Exceptional effort, really.
No, it was crazy. If we can break down the decisions. The obvious one that everybody's talking about is that handball just on the stroke of half time. Now, originally when I saw it, I didn't think it was a penalty, but then you see the way he puts his arm out to put it in line with the ball. Some may say it's an actual position, but I think we've been done over again, to be honest.
Yeah, even Rio said it was handball, and he always waves a flag for United, doesn't he? So yeah, for him to say it, it was definitely a stonewaller, wasn't it? That was a nonsense decision, really. Yeah, pathetic, really, by the officials. There's been penalty wise, there's been some real shockers, isn't there? Not maybe just against us recently, but it's made penalties are ridiculous this season, aren't they? It's a complete lottery, isn't it? You don't know whether you're going to get them or not get them. It's just mad.
Exactly, and that. The one can be debated as well. I think the one that we managed to get it in, if they've given the foul on De Gea there, I don't know what they're watching. It was a slight pull on Casemiro, I thought, but again, that one can be debated as well. Obviously, the handball, what a brilliant header that was from Souček. Unfortunately, just stepped probably a yard offside. Let's take some of your comments. I hope you are well. Few, definitely. The blood pressure was reasonably high, to say the least, at the end there, because I don't know where they pulled 8 minutes from. I think 5 or 6 I think would have been substantial. I don't know where they pulled 8 from, but it is what it is. And then we still managed to hold it out, and we defended superbly tonight, especially with Zuma and Soufal, 2 key players, not there tonight. I don't give Kera much credit, but I'll give him some tonight. I thought that whole back line defended really well. Cresswell had a few moments where you're like, but defended on the whole very, very well tonight as well.
Yeah, they did. I mean, they defended well as a unit, didn't they? I mean, you to see. I mean, Rice is just exceptional, and he really is. I mean, the way he leads the press, and then he's the last man back, isn't it? He's like, he's the sort of like the first man in defence. It's just mental, I mean, I think we've kind of missed that. I think that kind of left his game a little bit, didn't it? Him leading the press, but I mean, he's out so quick, isn't he? To sort of to chase him down, and say if Bowen does the same thing, you teams can't get out, can they? But say when they sort of teams break away and Rice is there again, it's just mad. We're going to miss him. He's just fantastic.
He's absolutely everywhere.
Souček was brilliant today, and as you say, Kerr, he was solid, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And his Cresswell's finding a bit of form, and so he's doing right. I mean, hopefully he won't get sent off on Thursday, but
Don't remind me. Do not remind me. Take that, Man United. Take that VAR. Take that, Alex Ferguson. What a better side to do it against as well. They did everything in their power tonight to try and, muster up a result for Man United. And it didn't work in the end. Yes, I think we had some fortune. I think they hit the post twice. They had a couple of chances, which on another day, they would slot away. But that's out of our control. We can't handle that. I thought they were incredibly poor. I think they lacked some urgency tonight as well. And Jermaine Genius, most anti-West Ham football commentator I think I've ever seen, even said that Man United, they looked quite pedestrian tonight, and they're a weird side, Man United. And again, I didn't think they showed up tonight, Graham.
No, but they often don't need to against us, do they? They sort of stroll through games against us. We don't take their chances, and then suddenly we end up losing the game, don't we? That seems to happen every time. It's almost like they don't have to create anything. Eventually, something will fall to like Martial or Rashford. Every game, isn't it? Every time we play them, we're probably the better side, and they sort of sneak a bloody 1-0 win, don't they, or something like that? Maybe they took us too lightly today, but they were first half especially. They just walked around, didn't they?
Strange.
Yeah, they improved, didn't they? Towards the end, they put us under a bit of pressure, but I didn't think that I thought we looked pretty comfortable, to be honest.
Yeah. Oh, I do agree. Let's see what we've got in the chat. We're safe now. I think that's enough. I really do. I think 37 is substantial. Phil, thanks for joining us, mate. Evening, everyone. That was a great second half. Great game. Brilliant tonight. Is that our first league win with Kehrer starting? Possibly. I'm not too sure. But on just Kehrer, you all know that I've been the first one to give him criticism in the past, and you've got to praise him tonight. I thought he was absolutely brilliant. He put some brilliant tackles in. He defended really well. He didn't have a Kehrer moment in the game like he usually does, where he has a sort of strange, peculiar moment. But absolutely brilliant tonight. James says, "Oh, I already told you 1-0. How was I to know that Soufal injured himself potato picking?" Well, exactly. You did say 1-0. Genus said he thought it wasn't handball. Who does he think he is? I just wanted to get the remote and just mute him. Honestly, he was getting on my nerves. We know VAR doesn't like us. Lawrence, thanks for joining us. Genus, I said it straight away. What is a Tottenham fan doing a West Ham commentary? Could they not find anybody else? Oh, dear. Hey-ho. Genius wouldn't know a handball if it smacked him in the face. Only if it went against Spurs, though. Steve says, "Hi, Jakey, what a great all-round performance by the lads. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. When Martial came on, I got a bit worried, but glad he didn't score." I don't think any of their subs made a big difference tonight, Graham.
No, they didn't, did they? I mean, Weghorst had a pretty poor game, didn't he? But it didn't improve that much. So Rashford's always a danger, isn't he? You worry he just... but say every time we play them, they have players that drift through the game, and then suddenly they'll turn up in the last minute, don't they? And bloody nick a win. The amount of times that's happened against us, isn't it? You always got, especially Martial's another one, isn't he? Always scores against us, doesn't he?
Yeah, exactly. When we managed to prevent that tonight. Let's get a couple more guests on. Firstly, Ginger Andy Carroll. Curtis, what a win that was.
Buzzing, mate, buzzing. Considering we went for it sort of against City, I was worried that they was going to fatigue for tonight. I'd rather have gone all out for tonight's game because it was, let's be real, it's more of a result, more of a win that we could have got. Don't get me wrong, I think we played well against City the other night. But today was probably the most positive and probably the best performance of the season so far. Which says a lot because we're in the back end of the last 5 games of the season, and it's took us this long to pull out a performance like that all year. But I think that makes us safe.
Yeah. Oh no, I do agree, and I think as well, when you look at it and you look at the games we've had, I said at the start of the show, it's probably one of our best performances of the season, and I'd agree. I can't pick out many more games where I thought overall as a whole for the whole 90 minutes we were better than that. I thought all over the pitch, from Fabianski made a couple of good saves. I thought Antonio was brilliant. So I've always been a fan of Antonio. I've stood by him when he's got criticism, and I've been annoyed when Ings has played over him because I think Antonio is the better player in this system we play. I've stood by him, and tonight I thought he was absolutely excellent. That run he did, and he went through and he got fouled in the end. What a run. Nobody's stopping him there. Nobody's stopping him. It's absolutely brilliant. But yeah, you can't fault any of them tonight. We're going to bring our next guest on. Miss Hammerette, what did you think of that?
Oh, I'm so proud. It's brilliant. They've done amazing, and I'm chuffed to pieces we managed to get a win. I mean, it's pretty. I'm annoyed that the amount of fact that officials is just a bit corrupt, but there you go. We absolutely stonewall pen that one it just before the first half, but in half time, sorry. But yeah, really, really proud of him.
Yeah. And I think the overriding factor we've got to take into it now, Graham, is that we are safe. I think that's pretty solid now, and we can enjoy these next couple of nights now, these next 2 Thursday nights in the conference.
Yeah, I think that was vital that we can put every bit of effort now into the Conference League, can't we? Yeah, there's no excuses. I mean, I think even if we'd have got a draw tonight, I think it was Leeds, Forest, and Everton. They all had to get another 2 wins just to go above us, So I think the fact we've won, it's impossible for us to go down. I think, but yeah, we can just put everything into Thursday now, can't we? Can't wait now, actually.
Yeah, oh, definitely. And I think, as far as I'm aware, someone put on Twitter earlier, Curtis, that Alkmaar drew with Ajax this weekend. Top of the table, I think Ajax, and so that's a pretty big statement. But then we've just gone and beat Man United. They'll be thinking of that, going, "Oh, that's a statement as well." What a confidence boost going into another European semi-final.
That's exactly what we needed, mate. To be fair, we needed a big performance. We got it. We got the win as well. 3 points are massive for us at the minute. So I dare say AZ Alkmaar will probably watch that game to see how we played. And we needed a performance just to go into that first leg, because just like last year in the semi-final, we played the first leg at home, and we know how that ended up. So I think it's massive for us if we want to be serious and go on to win this, let alone get into the final. So we need to do the business at the London Stadium on Thursday night.
Oh, exactly. And we know how pivotal it is getting yourself in front and, getting yourself an advantage in the first leg of these, 2-legged games. And Miss Hammerette, now we've got the confidence. That place will be rocking on Thursday now. It's sold out. The place was rocking tonight, going into that European semi-final, the fans will get behind the boys there, and they've seen what they can do, and that'll be a huge confidence boost for everybody in the club tonight. That's massive.
Yeah, well, I mean, we've always said, haven't we, as fans, as long as the guys give 110% on that pitch, then that's all we ever want. And my gosh, have they proven that themselves tonight? They've done it for us, and it's about time. We're starting to see the West Ham of what we saw those seasons ago, and it's nice to see. It's brilliant to see, and definite confidence boost for Thursday night.
Yeah, it's actually the way around this year, isn't it? Where like last year we were tailing off around about now, weren't we? We're actually finding a bit of form this year, and it might actually work for us.
Finding the form at a pivotal time, which could then, result onto winning a trophy. You never know, but it's such a big game on Thursday night. If we get ourselves an advantage, you're always fighting an uphill battle when you go away from home in a second leg and you're trailing. We found that out when we went to Frankfurt last year. So it's just so crucial that we get ourselves in front on Thursday. We've got all the confidence now. I had fears today, Curtis, that we'd be a little bit fatigued, we'd be a little bit tired after the run of fixtures we've had, but we've proved that didn't matter today, because every single one of them ran their absolute socks off. Oh yeah,
100%. I think Moyes would have instilled it to them as well, that this game is massive to us, not just for the Premier League, but going on to the semi-final as well. You perform tonight, it can be a massive confidence boost for Thursday, and if it works out and we go and put a solid performance in and get like a 2-goal advantage, probably a clean sheet, I think we've got one foot in the final. Even going out to somewhere like Alkmaar and how good they are, we'll have something to hold on to. But I don't think we should go out there and hold on to it if we get a lead. I think we need to be a bit more smarter, a bit more vigilant, because they're going to come at us. They're going to have the 12th man. Their stadium and their fans are crazy. They've got a good support, good fan base, and they make a lot of noise. And they're having a good season themselves. So I think after today's performance with the confidence, we've got to make sure we play smart on Thursday.
For sure, definitely. Let's take some more of your comments before we start wrapping up. Brilliant win, lads. It certainly was. Match of the day later. Oh, that'd be a good one. Well, we haven't been able to say I'm going to happily watch match of the day tonight for many occasions this season, but tonight I think we've got a good excuse to. Neil, I hope you are well, mate. Happy evening all from rural South Australia. 5:41 a.m. on a Monday morning. Well, you've got a very nice Monday morning you're waking up to, Neil. Indeed, very, very good. Yeah. Can anyone else think of a time we beat Man United to ensure safety in a Premier League season? Last time out was a little bit more dramatic than this time, but we've done it again. We've done it again. That was the year I was born, by the way, if that makes any of you feel quite old.
The other day, wasn't it?
Yeah, sorry.
2007?
It was, yeah. Yeah, mate, I bet that makes you feel great.
Youngest and that makes me feel old still.
Phil says, I can't wait for the Alkmaar game. We have to really go for it in the first leg. Definitely put a stamp out on it. We can do it, and we just need to carry it on. Brilliant result, especially playing against 14. Exactly. Absolutely brilliant. Smash the like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. More reaction will of course be coming over the next coming days, but I want a man of the match and your final thoughts. I'll go around the room. Graham, I'll start with you. Man of the match and final thoughts.
I think probably Rice, just because he's really standing up now, isn't he? He leads from the front, leads from the back. He's just everywhere. He's just fantastic. But to say it was a tough one to pick because everyone played brilliant, didn't they today? There was no bad performances, but I think Rice probably just edged it for me.
Exactly, I agree. Curtis?
Yeah, I think Rice is going to get a clean sweep. To be fair, just echoing what Graham said, he was literally everywhere, picking the ball up from deep, breaking up play, driving with it, creating stuff in the final third, getting in the box, getting crosses in. There was a couple of times where he drove it across the 6 yards. Couldn't find anyone, unluckily. But yeah, his all-round play was superb tonight. I can't fault anyone. Kerr was another one. He's not the most well liked and the most well used in a right back or defensive duties, but I think he had a solid game. Everyone had a solid game, but I think Rice for me.
Yeah, Miss Hamrat, is it a clean sweep?
Yeah, it is definitely, and I agree with Curtis's and Graham's comments there as well, 100%.
So now, of course, we go into a massive semi-final once again. Our attention's turned to AZ Alkmaar, and of course, then back to the Premier League where we take on Bogey Brentford next weekend. It's going to be an exciting end to the season. Now, there's a huge pressure relieved off all of our shoulders, I think, now, pretty much knowing we've secured safety in the Premier League, and we can now have a nice bank holiday Monday where we don't particularly have to worry about what the teams do. It's going to be an absolutely massive day for the relegation battle tomorrow. Plenty of the teams playing. Forest, Southampton, Everton and Leeds, I think, all play. Not Leeds, Leicester. One of them, they all play tomorrow. So, yeah, we, of course, have an eye on it, but not as much of a keen eye if we didn't win today. But, yeah, that's absolutely massive. Graham, Miss Hamrat and Curtis, thank you very much indeed for joining me.
Yeah, no worries, Jake. Thanks for having me.
Cheers, Jake.
Come on, you irons, and we'll see you soon.
Come on, you irons.
Thank you very much. Get in there. Come on. Bye-bye.